Hello, monsters abound here, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 15 of my Repanse campaign, where we're facing some Norskins just because we happened to run into them for no particular reason. They were there, I was here, thought, why not, give it a punt, and they're now running away from my questy knights, who will be hard-pressed to catch up with. Well, actually no, my questy knights are actually faster than them, so technically I could catch up with them over a long distance, but their main army is currently heading towards me. However, with the unveiling of the questing knights, the entire enemy army decides to sort of split off and engage them instead, ignoring my infantry, which I guess is fine. Meanwhile, Repanse and the Green Knight are currently engaging the mammoths down here. So I thought that, well, you know what, getting them two to tank a mammoth each, job done. Questing knights moving into position to get a lovely little charge there. Then we can bring the infantry up to assist. Oh boys, what they got? 65 melee attack, 68 weapon strength. It's not bad, is it? Not to mention, of course, their lance formation gives them 126 charge bonus. You better be braced. They weren't braced. The charge does well. Henry is murdering the enemy general, and our infantry are now moving up to engage the rest of the enemy from the rear because they're not really paying attention. Meanwhile, the Green Knight having a bit of a time fighting this big old elephant, so much so that Eleanor joins the fight. Not entirely sure that was the best idea, but never mind, that seems to be winning anyway. The questing knights taking a bit of damage during the prolonged melee after their charge. However, the battle is firmly moving to favour us as we break unit after unit. Just need to get some rear charges on like these more of the champions and stuff. Getting in there, that's going to force them to waver and then start retreating. And once they start retreating, that should then start sweeping through the enemy army. There we go, enemy forces are now starting to fall back. The general has shattered as well, and there goes the rest of his army. We'll chase down as many as possible, but I think I've got enough movement just to follow up and kill them off anyway, so it's just chasing down units is a lot of faff. People go, why don't you do it? And I'm like, that's because it's boring. And it's long. And units stop chasing and I'll have to remember. It's like spinning plates. It's kind of just not particularly an interesting thing to do. I'm lazy.
In the name of the lady.
Well, that's a few less Norskins to deal with. Do I just go and finish them off? Yeah, let's go and finish them off. Boop.
The lady guides us.
Oh, and we get replenishments. Triple win.
Yes, ready.
God, that's useless. Less attrition under siege. That's so just the worst. I guess lightning strike. Oh, I did tick you because there's literally nothing else I can. Okay, you can do that one. And then eeny meeny, I guess growth. Why?
Speaks, I listen.
Why are all the damsels like grey-haired? Oh yeah, you had that weird thing happen to you, didn't you? That's really just odd. Odd. Okay, I'm going to give you basic training and lion-hearted for no particular reason. There we go. I guess you're going to be good in 3 turns?
Devotee of the lady.
Indeed. Right, we're going to go back to Eschen to protect that, just in case anyone wants to start something. Oh, we've already got that. In that case, I want the windmill, as is tradition. So we can make 600, which is basically what we can make from this, but That's without bonuses. So even with the bonus given by the storehouse and all the tech we've got, we can only make as much as this makes normally. But this gets a 60% bonus, which makes almost 1,000 gold from one fucking building.
What is your behest?
Which is bonkers. I guess you guys just have to sit there until that wears off. Oh God, you know what this reminds me of? So Three Kingdoms, fucking great game, right? Brilliant. But the last patch they did, they added in like council missions. So all of the Han factions can do like these little, it's almost like Zinch things, right? So one of them is, it will reduce the amount of supplies that the enemy army has for a percentage for a set amount of time. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's something like 25 supply, like minus 25 supplies for 4 turns. The problem is it stacks, which means if you have like 6 Han factions on the map and they all hate you, they will target your armies with that to the point where your armies will have minus 25 supplies forever. Because it stacks. So it goes 4, 8, 12, and so on, so until you end up with like, you know, 60 odd turns of, and you just say, well, in 60 odd turns, I'm just going to get more of this. So it's just going to continue forever until I exterminate you and wait for the cooldown. And that's the only, and that's just, it's such a weird, it's like, don't let it stack. Surely that should not be hard to do. And yet, it's such a shame because I you know, Three Kingdoms did a lot of things badly, in my opinion. I don't think duels were particularly good because there was very little way you could change the outcome, right? I always felt like that you should have had abilities that could help you in a duel, or alternatively, like if you had a strategist, they could have abilities that maybe, you know, affect units in an area. Maybe it just affects like, you know, your generals in an area, and they could like prove moral support. So even though they can't duel, if they just happen to be hanging around near a duel, they could be like, "You're doing a great job, Jeff," and he's like, "Yes," and gets a little buff. And it always felt like, you know, duels should just be that little bit more interesting, and they just weren't. It's basically like you try and get in duel, and most of the time the enemy wouldn't want to duel anyway. So, because it was normally like, if your guys, what am I doing here? I've completely forgotten what fucking grail.
I serve the lady.
It would be like Lubu would want to duel your level 1 guy, but if they had, you know, a level 10 and you had a level 10, they just would not want to duel you. They would hate it. They just refuse. So it kind of only works some of the time. And again, it's just a weird thing. It felt like if you say no to a duel, that should have ramifications. Because that's someone going, nope, I do not want to die, and that's showing their men that, oh, you're actually scared of that guy, aren't you? Oh, I guess we should be scared of him as well. So that just kind of makes sense. But no, there was absolutely no ramifications for that, which meant that the AI could just ignore that mechanic for the most part. Which was a shame, because, you know, it was always really cool to have those duels. But most of the time you just end up chasing their units around, which was a shame. And things like equipment, so some equipment had like set bonuses, but because named characters tended to have their own weapon, they could never have the set bonus. It would never, again, just kind of weird. There was stuff that just, you know, you wish they'd just done a little bit of extra stuff, but things like, you know, your characters dying off, which is totally understandable, but you'd think maybe they do a little bit of dynastic stuff in there. So like if you manage to get some really cool characters and they had kids, that there should be some, you know, some bleed through of effects there. To be honest, I think the entire whole effects and armies, and it just needed more work, and I get that. But I think generally it was a really good game, and I think the battles were really, really good. And it just feels like a real shame that they just dropped it. It's just a real shame. I'm going to get rid of you. And I'm going to put you in there. And I'm going to build a pub as well.
I have seen your heart.
Yes. It's pub-based. So yeah, Three Kingdoms. Great fucking game. Love that. Just a shame about the DLC. Like, 8 princes. What the fuck were they thinking? Right? They've got such a rich history, lore going on there, it's characters. It's just, it works so well. And then just go, yeah, so all these guys, yeah? We're going to get rid of them all. What? Yeah, no, the next one, yeah? It's going to be, like, none of these guys are going to still be alive. Right. What? What? I mean, it's kind of interesting to see what happened afterwards, but that kind of felt like a DLC that might come further on down the line, you know? Not the first deal. I don't... It just comes back to Creative Assembly just making some really weird fucking choices. And my suspicion that the people at the top don't know what the fuck they're doing. Which, in fairness, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm pretty, I'm pretty open about that.
You are welcome here, friend. What business do you have?
Hello, Defensive Alliance. No. No, because as we've talked about this before, Ryan, if I have a Defensive Alliance, Belagar is definitely going to declare war on you. In fact, I might do it. You know what? Let's just, because I feel like we've hit max thingy-majig. We're fine. I'm just gonna, because these guys, right, have never been at war before, right? Never been. I'm going to have a defensive alliance, and we're going to see how long it takes for them to declare war on them. Let's find out. I have a sneaking suspicion that that will happen before this episode is out.
Yes, if needs must. Blessings of the lady.
Right, that's a lot of dark elves hanging around. You know what I'm going to do? I'm gonna hang a little ambush stance here. And how many armies are there? So there's one there. There's one there. Is Malekith's army dead? Maybe. I mean, we've managed to help Ulthuan retake.
Is it time? To the oars! Set sail!
Managed to help them retake their stuff. Albion is looking a lot healthier. The Stuff Snatchers are dead, so that's a win. You know, everything's coming up Millhouse, which is nice. Yes, we will get defences. Sure, why not? Let's do that. And Kairos currently has not decided. God, you've got a shit. Oh yeah, we were going to go and do a. Do you need to do a sea battle? No, just kill 5 enemy lords. Okay, just go and loot the carcass. So there is an enemy lord here. What happens if we do this? Does that count?
We have met before.
No.
My
Shit.
path is clear.
That's fine. Well, now we know.
It shall come to pass.
Now we know. Okay, so that's fine. We now. I mean, it might be that we just didn't kill them, like they escaped, but I didn't bother checking because. Plus, it's really hard to actually kill. Like, does it count as a kill for undead characters if they come back? Not that they. I don't think characters do come back for the player. I think it's only for the AI they come back. Got a sneaking suspicion. Mind you, I try not to get my characters killed, so I could be wrong.
Repanse de Lyonesse!
Sir John,
Sallying forth.
you need to come and help because there's a buttload of black arcs over here, like a legitimate absolute buttload. How many more turns? 2 turns. Okay, well, until then, you're just gonna sit there.
What is your behest?
Oh, I'm really tempted. You know what? I'm gonna move up here so we can reinforce if Belagar attacks, assuming he doesn't declare war on the Wood Elves. Hello! Oh, we got the ambush. Lovely. Love an ambush. It says valiant defeat though, but I think they're wrong. Valiant defeat, eh? Holy shit. Blackguard getting punted down the hill. Did that kill off those guys? Holy shit, I think it did. They got punted down the hill and died from the fall. Ooh, that's rough. So we've now got the Blackguard completely surrounded. What's Blackguard? Blackguard's scary. Armor piercing, tough, anti-large. Very nasty. Very, very nasty. Moving infantry in to help because we've got the rear charge as well, which helps out. So we've got a bunch of spiky hydras and hydras. Of course, spiky hydras are anti-large. They get 30 bonus versus large, which isn't as much as a giant slayer, but it is certainly enough to give them a nasty big boost. Plus, Black Arc bombardment doing a right number on us. I'd completely forgotten about a Black Arc being in range. And they had a bunch of nasty AoEs that really did do a number on our densely packed knights while I wasn't paying attention. Like over here. Look how many dead knights there are. Ouch. That's got to sting. Never mind. We've got some bombardments of our own to deal with these tanky blackguards. Yeah, you can try and run. Oh, mate, I wouldn't sit there. Oh, you're fine. Good. Well, the Blackguard weren't so good, and as you can see, they took a big chunk of damage there as we try and kill off the enemy sorceress. Spiky Hydras slowly being dispatched. Obviously, because this is an ambush, we want to try and do as much damage as possible. Watch out, guys. They're wearing a lot of heavy armor, and that's very kind of lightning type. Was that the Doom Bolt? I thought that'd be the lightning ability. Oh, never mind. Oh, there it is. Ooh, that looks like it's going to sting. Oh well. Could have been worse, I guess.
Let others die. I will not die today.
Okay, well, we lost some knights, but that's fine. They lost an entire army. Oh, we could go and help. Should we help? Let's help. I think this might be Vlad's last city anyway.
As long as we draw breath, they will die. Behold.
Well, this is a pretty pickle and no mistake. So, while we have arrived on the battlefield, it looks like the forces of the Empire are completely surrounded. But don't worry, we're here to help. First things first, we need to thin out the hordes of undead currently surrounding the Imperial army. I mean, there are a few units hanging around here and there, but for the most part, they're boxed in the centre here. So that's kind of helpful because that's obviously going to make artillery bombardment significantly more. Just try not to move, guys. This is pinpoint artillery bombardment. Don't worry about it. You know, to the untrained eye, yes, it might look sporadic and untargeted, but trust me, these are smart missiles. So if you just stand completely still, you'll be absolutely fine. With any luck, anyway. Okay, apart from that one. Oh, and that one. And maybe that one. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so we are now moving our knights into position. The old Sisters of Avalon getting the old firework arrows off. Picking off the direwolves before they even reach our lines. The bombardment continues to take chunks out of the enemy and allies. I mean, I can't help but feel that the Empire troops may have been shielding skeletons. Do they not have skeletons inside themselves? Exactly. Therefore, the bombardment and extermination of them was completely warranted. And you can't prove otherwise, so fuck you. Okay, we stopped the bombardment because obviously, you know, it's a bit indiscriminate. And getting the knights to charge in there. Oh, that's a lovely cavalry charge. Very, very nice. Yes, that's the good stuff. Meanwhile, we run down the enemy missile units. That's the Sylvanian crossbowmen and handguns. Taking them out. Of course, the main issue we have here is definitely going to be Vlad. Because I really fucking hate those whirlwinds. It's such an annoying ability. I really hate it. It's why I kept my Pegasus Knights all the way out there. And I don't know, to be honest, I don't know why they were using it over here, because this guy's on foot, isn't he? I don't know, maybe he is on a Pegasus. Oh, he is. Is he? No, he's on a horse. Oh, I am on a... No. There's Empire captains there, that's why. Right, so we're mopping up the survivors. The main issue is going to be Vlad himself, who obviously is probably the vast majority of that portion of power. And also, a complete ball ache to kill. It's basically going to turn into maybe if we just surround him and hope he gets sad eventually. I'd forgotten Isabella was there as well. Okay, we're charging again just to try and mop him up. Oh, careful, careful, fireball. Watch out, watch out. Ooh, nicely dodged. Look at these 30 skeleton spearmen trying to catch up with me. And Vlad currently booking it across the landscape. He's got a speed of 50. He's pretty nippy on his old feet, isn't he? Is it SFO which makes vampires have like a really high speed? Because they're vampires, so therefore they should move like the fucking Flash. It's a bit weird. I don't think vampires were particularly quick on tabletop. I think they generally had like a speed of 4 or something, or maybe 5, like, which is it's still, you know, it's horses moved 8, didn't they? But I think in SFO the vampires move about the same speed as like a horse. It's weird. Anyway, with the last few vampires being taken down there, we just pile everyone onto Vlad, and I think this battle goes on for about another 3 minutes while we just pile everyone on there, slowly take down his health until it caps out, and then eventually he gets sad and dies of sadness. But it does take a little while, and even I had it on high speed while I browsed Twitter on the other monitor, so I won't make you watch that bit. Good grief, dealing with Vlad is a nightmare. But you're welcome, Empire. Dealt with your little problem for you, didn't we, eh?
You are welcome here, friend. What?
Hello, Bush. I'll take a military access, assuming
Bretonia is patient when
everyone's pretty chill. Alright, you know what? Belagar has not yet declared war on me. The J Court's dead. Sylvania's dead. Saviour, we reinforced. It's actually 10% speed and charge bonus. Holy shit, that's actually pretty good. Bretonia's actually got a lot of really good traits. Why did they not put those good traits for every... I guess it's kind of like Bretonia's thing. They have good traits, or do they? I genuinely don't know. But we do need to fall back a little bit, because...
It shall be so. No.
Got a bit bops, didn't we? Eh? If we meander back down here, we should hopefully be able to replenish. And I'm hoping what we can maybe do is take out some of these black arcs. So, replenish? Good. Okay, we also need to link up with John. You need to go into encampment stance. You are a one-man no, not a one-man wrecking ship. You've got a whole bunch of men, but you theoretically that army is an absolute wrecking ball of destruction. We have managed to dispatch all of the vampires. So, I mean, although it does, Grimgore,
you dare approach me,
is strength rank 1. So he's a little bit scary, and he also thinks apparently I'm his #1 threat. What the fuck?
I ain't got time to talk to you, human.
I'm strength rank 4. The dwarves are higher on the street. You've met the dwarf. Why? You neighbour the dwarf. What the fuck? What the fuck? God.
Your coming was foretold.
It's not just me, right? Also, why did I disband someone when I literally... Oh, never mind. I'll get those in there. There we go, sword. Oh, they really... I mean, okay, I get... Look, right, I get the fact that a little bit of player bias is probably a good thing, but why make it so blatant? I don't understand. Why make it so wildly blatant?
Friends of the Empire, come.
Castle Templov.
Of course.
There you go. You have that one. Because to be honest, I've got my little Bretonnian colonies dotted around, haven't I? It's quite fun. We're going to see how much money we can make from... I genuinely don't think that farms make as much money as industry. I could be wrong. Like later on, maybe it does make sense, but I don't know. Meanwhile, we could send... We're gonna send Angelina Jolie down there. She's going to basically go and help with any issues that we have in that sort of jet against the parrot. So we're going to bop the parrot, hopefully get 5 lords killed, and then she can recruit some good units. I think, like, questing knights are basically like your bog standard, yes, these guys will do end game. Because Knights of the Realm and Knights Errant are kind of garbage. They're kind of garbage, which is a shame. And so it isn't until you get the Grail Guardians and Grail Knights where you go, yes, now we can do some damage. But until then, it's not. Bretonnia kind of need some extra bits and pieces, but I guess I didn't have a huge amount on tabletop anyway. Like, I don't... Did they get another book after... Did they only ever get one book? I could be wrong. I remember they got like the book with the edition, which when they had the
She speaks, I listen.
when they had the Lizardmen and Bretonnians in the same box.
Yeah, the lapping of the sea.
Well, indeed.
Now, yes.
Okay, we're going to scooch up here.
Do you know who I am?
You are now, John. We need to win a battle at sea. If you head to, are you in count? You are in count. Okay, if you head this way.
Striking out.
Exactly. Right, you head this way. Because the problem you have at the moment is that you've got a metric fuck ton of Knights of the Realm who aren't very good, as we previously stated. So if you can go and bop some guys, that'll be pretty good. So John, I mean, I could give you magical support, but you've got you've got Grail Knights coming out the wazoo. You don't need magical support.
Devotee of the lady.
To be honest, you're probably fine. Right, that thing has dissipated, whatever the fuck it was. So I'm fairly sure it was like a Kairos thing, but... Who the fuck are you? What am I doing with you? Okay, well, just come over here. I'm not 100% sure what my plan was with you, but that's fine. It doesn't really matter. It's you can come over there and help. That's fine. Basic training. Camille, sounds good. You can get blade shields. You know what I should do? Jack Lancer. You could get Protector of the Realm. What I should do is turn off unassigned skill points. And the reason I do that is because if I do that, then all I have to do is just remember, it's like before I fight a battle, do all the skills. Just saves me having to remember to do them every single fucking battle, which is always, you know, a ball ache. Anyway, we need growth here. And a pub, because everyone's going to be miserable. And I mean, it's Britain, isn't it? Basically, we're going to need a buttload of leeches and a pub, because otherwise, it's just not going to work. How much money? So we can make 660. I don't think we're going to make as much money as if we just built farms there. Even with all of the bonuses, I don't think it's going to be the same. It's not going to be enough. That's my suspicion. You know, could be wrong. Hold my hands up, but that's what I'm thinking. Let's get defences here because that just kind of makes sense. I mean, how many settlements have we got? 38. 38 fucking settlements. Holy shit. It's not bad, is it? And Belagar has yet to declare war on us. I keep saying it because I feel like it makes it more likely. And if I can be proven right, then at least I have that level of indication. Oh, hello. Okay, not the war I thought I was going to end up fighting, but okay. Slightly more. I wasn't sure if anyone actually likes the bush. You want a defensive line. You know what? Go on.
I have seen your heart.
Hello.
You have no power over me.
Well, no, that's true, but I do have a buttload of questing knights who desperately want a quest, and the quest is currently kick the shit out of 5 guys. Not the burger chain. Although, maybe that would count.
For Britannia, for the lady!
We can't be sure, but it could be worth a punt. In the meantime, we're going to move Prance, John, and Lancer to purge Ulthuan from the horrible Dark Elves and retake that. Maybe we can help the High Elves launch an assault. In the meantime, Grimgor is a threat. Drykit is over there as well. I'm hoping the Empire know what the fuck they're doing. I'll build defences just to be on the safe side. And until then, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.